Imagine you jump into a Call of Duty game, you jump into Halo, you jump into an Xbox game, or a game on Xbox rather, you're playing multiplayer, you get smoked by some dude, and you know how right now you jump into Call of Duty, you get smoked, and then you find out it's some 12-year-old kid that's just destroying you on the other side? Well, imagine if you find out that dude's not even using a controller. Imagine if you find out that dude is using his brain. That's it. He's using his brain to control everything in the game. Well, Elon Musk says that playing video games with Neuralink will soon outperform playing with your hands. So playing with a mouse and keyboard or playing with a controller. Now, this video is a few months old, but I thought as we end the year here, it would be pretty fun to just future trip here. Is this real? Do we think this is going to happen? And what would it look like? Let's pretend that it does happen today. That Neuralink is the premium way. All pro gamers are playing with their brains. Like, that's crazy to think. And for those of you that think, well, that's not going to happen, it's never going to happen, go look up the video. We're not going to do it today, but go look up the video of the guy with Neuralink utilizing the computer, moving his mouse and stuff with Neuralink. It's insane. And I do think that there will be something here in the future. Maybe it's only going to be utilized by those with disabilities that need to use it. Elon Musk says otherwise. He says we're really close to it being the preferential way to play, the better way to play video games, which is insane and going to be interesting to see where we go from here if this comes to fruition. Imagine a Madden tournament, the pro Madden tournaments, and the dudes, they're just standing up there, arms behind their back, and they're just staring at the TV. And that's the gameplay that you see, and you're just watching it, and you're like, wow, he's so good. Look at that guy, he's so good. What does it do for pro gamers? Right now, it's all about actions per minute, right? Your APM. For what does that do when that doesn't matter anymore? When it's just your brain? That's insane. That's insane to think about. We're going to go over this today. We're going to just play what Elon Musk said here about Neuralink, about gaming, and then let's future trip for a minute and talk about what this would look like with Xbox. What does it look like with Xbox Live? What does it look like with multiplayer? What could it look like? I think it's just fun as we end out the year 2024, going into 2025 here. If you haven't yet, everybody, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We got videos dropping like this all the time. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year to you and yours. I'm very excited for 2025. I'm very excited for where this channel is going to go, for hanging out with you guys more. And yeah, let's get started. This week is going to be interesting when it comes to videos, by the way, because it's the New Year's and holiday. It's going to be off. I think last week we got 3 because of the holiday videos off. I think this week will be similar, so stay tuned for that. Let's first play the video of Elon Musk here. This is a tweet. Mario Nafal over on Twitter recently reposted this, and it's from a conference that he did, or a speech that he gave back in the end of October, beginning of November. Here's what he says.
Pretty much at a point where we're pretty close to on par with the video game. Basically, you can play a video game at a comparable competent level to someone with hands. I think we'll get to the point pretty quickly where someone with a Neuralink implant will outperform somebody who's using their hands to play a video game.
That is insane. That's insane. And what is that? I think the funniest image in my mind, and it's only insane right now because it's not the norm. Like, once it becomes the norm, that's the thing with new technology, is it's foreign until it's not. The internet is foreign until it's not. Smartphones are foreign. Like, you can't even imagine it until it becomes the norm. 1 year later, everybody has a smartphone. Imagine the same thing happens here with Neuralink. The funniest to me, though, is just thinking about, and it's only funny, like I said, because it's foreign, but thinking about tournaments, Overwatch tournaments, or League of Legends tournaments, and dudes just standing around a table, or just standing around a television, not using their hands. Maybe their arms are folded, and they're just staring at it, super hyper focused. And what is the skill set there? Because there is a skill set with a mouse and keyboard, for instance. There's a skill set with a controller. There is training that happens there. How does that skill set shift with Neuralink when it's all in your head? And what does that look like? And are different people benefited there with different skill sets? That's what's going to be very interesting to me, though. But I did write down some questions here on it. or it's not some questions, but just some ideas on how this could work. So let's tie Neuralink here just for fun and for future tripping purposes into Xbox. This would be the ultimate controller. What if you buy an Xbox in the future and it comes with a Neuralink implant? Or I don't know. I don't even know how the implants work. You get one implant and then you can swap out and connect it to multiple devices. I don't know. I have no idea how it works, but no longer ships with a controller. First of all, it'd probably be about $60 cheaper right there, not having to ship with a controller. So that's nice. But how much does a Neuralink implant cost at first? Do you get a Neuralink implant? It's just something that, okay, that's insane. I don't know. I don't know. At first, people will be hesitant until it becomes the norm, and then everybody will have one. That's just the reality, particularly if it enables you to perform better at your job, perform better in gaming. I mean, I think imagine sports. How does it affect sports even? I don't know. The most interesting to me is going to be multiplayer, right? So will matchmaking, right now you can matchmake and say controller only, i.e. console only. You can matchmake in most games mixed, so console and PC. But in the future, will they also have a separate category for Neuralink? Because if you have an advantage with Neuralink, you would have to have that as a separate category. So you get matched up only against Neuralink versus mixed, et cetera, et cetera. I think that's the most interesting part as well. Let me get to the questions that I wrote down here. 1 second. Do you think Neuralink games will truly dominate traditional players, or will there always be limitations to brain-computer interfaces? I mean, there's probably limitations right now. I don't know enough about the space to know what those limitations are. It is a new technology, and we are future tripping. It may never come to pass here, but Elon Musk saying that we are pretty close to being on par with video games with handheld, and then not too far away from people being better with Neuralink. I believe him. He would know what he's talking about, right? And the thing, once again, just because it doesn't exist now, and some of you that might be typing in comments right now saying this dude's crazy, this is never going to happen. Smartphones were never a thing until they were. That AI 1 year ago did not exist. Large language model AI did not exist. I now use it every single day in every aspect of my life, almost, particularly at work, every single day. Didn't exist 1 year ago. And so adoption rates are really fast. Rates happen, especially if the ease of access. If it's easy to get Neuralink, if it's something that's scalable, as soon as that scales up, boom, it's game over. And everybody has it. So it's only foreign until it's not. And then everybody has one and it becomes very commonplace. So question, do you think it will truly dominate traditional players? Maybe. I believe Elon Musk when he says that. I've watched the dude that controls the computer with his brain, and it's insane. It's crazy cool. So maybe, would you ever get a Neuralink implant to enhance your gaming skills, or is that a step too far? Imagine if your kid comes to you and says, "Hey, Dad, I really want to get good at Minecraft. Can I get a Neuralink for Christmas?" Just for gaming. So just for gaming, I mean, some enthusiasts probably. Just for gaming, I don't think so. I think who starts off with it are probably people with physical handicaps. The same that Xbox has spent all this time and money developing the adaptive controller. I think that's who it benefits. That's with the guy that is controlling the computer with his mouth. It's because he has physical handicaps that he's not able to do it otherwise. And so being able to control it with his mind and utilize Neuralink that way, I think is absolutely huge. I think that's where it will start. Obviously, that's the original intent. And then it becomes about enhancing and improving over time. Getting it just for video games, I think, is probably a step too far at first. But like I said, remember like Blackberries back in the day. Blackberries were just for professionals. Then everybody started picking them up. Then smartphones just for professionals. Then everybody started picking them up. Cell phones, when they originally dropped, just business guys had cell phones, had car phones, right? Why would you need one otherwise? Completely foreign. Now everybody has them. And that's how those things goes. They start out niche, and then as they scale up, everybody utilizes them for all different kinds of purposes. So I do think we will reach a point, if this is true, big asterisk there. If this is true and we get to that point, I do think people will get them just for casual tasks eventually. Yeah, in the same way that smartphones, I think, is the next closest technology. have become ubiquitous and unanimous, and everybody utilizes them. Could Neuralink change esports forever, or will traditional gaming remain king? This is the thing about the future. You don't know. Like, a lot of people think VR is going to be the future. I don't think we'll be in VR. I think the VR is an experience and a trip, man, for sure. There's nothing else like it out there. But I don't think it will be scalable in your home, commonplace for esports. I think playing on a monitor and a screen is still superior. I think AR is more likely to have mass appeal and adoption than VR is. So, and which is interesting. Over time, you've seen VR headsets go to AR capabilities or include AR capabilities, because I think everybody sees that that's probably where mass scalability comes and mass adoption comes, not just in being closed off in your world via VR. So I do think Neuralink could change esports forever. Like I said, I think it would. Someone should do Saturday Night Live. If they were good, they would totally do a skit on this. Just imagine just playing with your brain. Just you're watching. I'm using the Madden tournament because it's something that I tune into, or Halo. Let's use Halo, the Halo circuit. And dudes are just staring at monitors, like with their hands behind their back. Maybe they're in a chair. I don't know. I wouldn't. I would stand. I would totally stand. Helps. I stand now while doing these videos. Helps focus. Helps clear my mind. Helps me get in the mode and the flow. And that's what you need for esports. So I would love to know what you guys think, though. Number one, if this becomes the thing, do you get one just for gaming? At first, it's just like, I don't want people touching my brain. Like, that's insane. But that's what they said about laser eye surgery. Now every pro athlete gets it because it's an enhancement. Why would Neuralink be any different? That's probably the closest thing we could compare it to is something like laser eye surgery, where it's like, whoa, dude, don't touch my eyes. Don't mess with those. But as the technology improves, it's commonplace now. No professional athlete uses contacts anymore. Zero. They all get laser eye surgery as soon as they can afford it. It improves their performance. It improves their game if they have eye issues. I think Neuralink should be viewed probably more along the lines of that. It probably starts, like I said, with people with physical handicaps that enables them to game in the first place. Then it moves on to the professionals. Then it moves on to mass consumers, at least as far as gaming is concerned. But do you ever get one? Do you think you would get one? Would you be all about it right now if you were offered the opportunity? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be very interesting. And then, do you think that Elon Musk is right or not right? Do you think that we're close to it being on par with video games? Do you have any experience or knowledge there? If not, I mean, if you don't think it's correct, let me know why. Is there videos that I'm missing? Is there analysis here that I'm missing? I think Elon Musk would know. I mean, this is his space, his realm. This is his product. He's the one really pushing this. And like I said, I've seen the video of the dude that controls the computer with his brain, and it's insane. So would love to know. Let's start a discussion. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to end it here today, guys, but very exciting. What does Xbox look like? What does the PC look like? What does Game Pass? Could you get Game Pass just in your brain? Could you subscribe to a Game Pass where maybe you just see it? You just see it. You don't even need a TV. I don't know. I don't know how it all works, but it's insane to think about that. This is even a possibility. Is super, super cool, super crazy. I don't think I would get one. I wait till it's like mass adopted before I get one. I'm not like an experimental guy, not with my brain. Not that I've got a lot to lose in my brain, but anyways, that does us for today, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Again, my name is X1 the Gamer. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.